Good morning on this beautiful Tuesday. I just thought I'd freestyle here and just a little kind of behind the scenes what it's like for Bridge Street Labs analysts and for members if you're thinking about joining or if you just want to know what we do. Anyways, my day usually involves like looking at charts, reading the latest reports and things like that. So I just thought I'd maybe share some of that with you here today. Right now I got my eye on this ES right here on opening up here this morning. I'm watching this point of control really here at 5,525. I'm looking kind of bullish. I'd like to see us break that point of control and then possibly see a good sign to chase up to previous week high here. Looks like we're going to start putting a little rally today. So I'm liking the way that looks. Obviously, looking at Bitcoin here too, we can see here on our charts that, it was looking here with Bitcoin caught a little bit of a reprieve or a bounce out of the golden pocket here at about 66,284 or just below. But I was marking this 4 hour at 66,000, talking about that this needs to hold as support for bullish continuation. So far, we haven't seen that. We're starting to get a rejection. So this could have been an easy scalp short this morning at open. So I just wanted to kind of show you that. Maybe I could show you a glimpse, a little bit of also kind of like what goes on here in our Discord. I want to show you that too, if you don't mind. In here quick. Doing this on the fly, guys, so bear with me. Show you raw here. Anyways, so far kind of, just getting through posting research here. We're looking at this at first our economic stuff of the day. We obviously have the JOLTS data and everything coming up, and we got speakers. These are the earnings we're looking at for the week, right? Obviously, there was a lot of attention paid to AMD and Microsoft, for example, today to see how they report. SOFI was kind of a pick I had earlier last week, and we've already got their estimates that they kind of met estimates earlier, so that was good. And Starbucks will be another one to watch at the end after the close today. And then, coming up the rest of this week, we still have Meta, Intel, Amazon, MasterCard, a lot of big names, Exxon, Chevron, a lot of big names reporting this week. So we're just looking at that some and, looking at these results coming out for quarter two of PayPal. See some Microsoft had some issues this morning, degraded performance. We've already got U.S. house price index out month over month reported. And so, yeah, then what happens next is usually about to post some research, digging through some things. Here, you can see here to highlight, I like this guidance here on Apple, or I found this interesting at least. This is talking about how Apple chose, it's coming out that we can tell that they used Google's newer chip for their AI processors and their new devices and passed on NVIDIA. And they're using Google's cloud infrastructure is notable because NVIDIA produces the most sought after AI processors, including the chips made by Google, Amazon.com, and other cloud computing companies. Right now, NVIDIA commands roughly about 80% of the market in the research paper, but Apple says did not explicitly say why it chose not to use NVIDIA chips. But I'm trusting that they know what they're doing, and I think that was a good choice, hopefully. So I'm really like that. And then I just want to kind of show you, different things we look at here in research. We have obviously our top news we're looking at today, being Pfizer raises annual profit forecast after better than expected COVID sales. Go figure. It's kind of a preview of talking about Meta, which is reporting earnings later in the week, Q2, and sales are expected to rise. Focus on AI roadmap and cost. Procter & Gamble misses sales expectations and is slowing demand. Merck second quarter top street view on strong Keytruda sales. So that's another drug maker. And then this is just kind of unfortunately Tesla recalls another 1.8 million U.S. vehicles over hood issues. And we can see before the bell, global traders who are mostly cautious as they await the outcomes of the policy meetings in the Federal Reserve, the Bank of England, and the Bank of Japan, which could significantly impact the market. Meanwhile, in the equity markets, U.S. stocks and futures were subdued ahead of big tech earnings, right, and jobs data. So, and gold prices did slightly advance overnight, and we're just kind of talking about majorly waiting for the quarterly results from Microsoft, Advanced Micro Devices, Starbucks, and obviously the jolts and the labor we're waiting for later this week. I thought I wanted to go ahead and point out this was the reason for highlighting here that I want you to see that we have CrowdStrike Holdings. This is analyst recommendation of basically a short, cutting target price to 325 from 350. There's also news out today as well that Delta is actually seeking legal action against CrowdStrike, in my opinion, for some type of reimbursement for the financial losses they had. So that kind of seemed like an obvious idea for short, even last week, the CrowdStrike. And then we have Mickey D's, McDonald's. Analysts are cutting price targets from 291 down to 279. News this morning on national news was on McDonald's and their earnings coming down. I'm sorry, this is easier for y'all to see here. CrowdStrike, you can see. And then on McDonald's. And then I want to show you kind of something else where I was looking that I found we could easily find Confluence. And this was in the wanting to basically Confluence and ideas when it comes to shorting some stocks. And this was really clear, and I'll show you here. These are some different recommendations we're looking at right now, and that won't work for my preview. But guys, I'm giving you to this live. I'd rather just give it to you live and raw than take the time to edit it and make it look all pretty. Hopefully you find value in that as well. So what we got here is on trading Confluence here. Everybody's like agreeing basically to cut price targets from McDonald's down. So here we go. This is from Barclays, right? Lowered from 320 to 300. You see everybody basically making this move here. We can see again here, BMO Capital, same thing. They're lowering from 330 to 315. Basically everybody's shorting McDonald's. At least it's evident as of today. Again, Citibank, same thing, lowering price target from 280 to 275. And we'll see that again, even with JP Morgan, again, lowered from 290 to 270. So JP Morgan's kind of pricing them even cheaper than everybody else, it looks like. You guys, what does that have to do with? I don't think it's necessarily just a personal thing to McDonald's. It's really just more about the economy and inflation and people's spending habits here in the United States, mainly. I wanted to highlight this too. These are just two more bullish kind of ideas or whatnot. One, this is by Oppenheimer. This has to do with Netflix. They're highlighting kind of a good opportunity, possibly after it's had a 10% pullback since the high of July 5th. At least in my life and things I'm familiar with, Netflix isn't going anywhere. It's something used almost daily, even in my household. I think long term that could possibly be a good opportunity or something to look at. That's Netflix. I just wanted to highlight this too. This is just a comment on NASDAQ, which I think we are starting to see signs of it starting to be positive today and rally along with the S&P. And this just has to do with an analyst for Oppenheimer raised the firm's price target on the NASDAQ to 78 from 75 and keeps an outperforming rating on the shares. After the market closed on July 26, Tom Bravo, the largest shareholder of NASDAQ, announced the sale of 41.6 million shares at a 2.5% discount. On Monday, the stock was up 1.4% versus a tenth of a percent from the S&P 500. So, I just wanted to share that with you guys. This kind of just a lot goes on. Maintaining my main focus usually is really mainly in crypto, but there's correlations in markets and obviously bigger macro events that affect trickle down to other markets. So this is kind of always where my focus is first thing in the morning and part of my routine before I then start going deeper into crypto. But don't get me wrong, I've looked at some Bitcoin charts already this morning. I just wanted to say, yeah, come join us. If you're looking to kind of get in, be day trading some or investing more actively, this is I'm available. I know other members and other team members are too. This is how I sit here and get it. And I love getting to share with you guys. And hope y'all have an awesome Tuesday and look forward to meeting with some of y'all later this week. And I'm going to end it.